The Bayern game versus Wolfsburg just ended 30 minutes ago, and I'm just going to give you my reaction again, like I will for every Bayern game. This was a game of two halves, 100%. 100%, this was a game of two halves. First half, Bayern was steamrolling, dominating. Wolfsburg really had nothing. We could have had 4 goals by the first half ended. Muller hits the crossbar. I mean, Muller with a beautiful cross to Musiala to score his 27th Bundesliga goal and his 100th Bundesliga appearance. Musiala is now the youngest player to reach 100 Bundesliga appearances as well. Legend in the making. We already know this. And then, obviously, the second goal, Upamecano plays a great ball in behind to Muller. Muller controls it, finds Kane, and Kane with a vicious 30-yard strike in the top right corner. Wow. I mean, that was a fantastic strike. And then the half ends with a Leimer wonder strike. I mean, I don't think Neuer could have done much. The mistake for letting Arnold get that kind of shot off kind of comes from Leimer, his poor defending of the play before the ball got to Leimer, and then Guerrero not closing Arnold down appropriately, Maxi Arnold down appropriately. And if you give a player like Maxi Arnold the space to shoot like that, he will usually trouble your goalie, and today he scored a banger against Neuer. Really couldn't do anything. Arnold is a guy, he's one of the best strikers of the ball I think the Bundesliga has ever seen. He's scored the best free kick in Bundesliga history of all time. It was like 6 years ago. In my opinion, he has the best Bundesliga free kick of all time. Like, you can't give that guy that chance. And he took it, banger, and that just set up the second half. The first half, which was full of domination, chance after chance for Bayern. Everyone was playing well. Kind of turned into the second half. Wolfsburg gets hope after the goal at the end of the first, and they're pushing for an equalizer the whole half. Pushing. We come out in the second half. Davies losing the ball every time, although he was not getting much support from his left side. Sané, tons of stupid passes, tons of stupid dispossessions from him where he doesn't need to be dispossessed. He had some good moments too on the break, but overall terrible second half from Sané, terrible second half from Davies. Guerrero was losing control and looked lost in the midfield, was not pressing accordingly. It was not going to plan, and Wolfsburg kept on passing through us easily, breaking lines easily, putting pressure on the back line easily. But the Bayern backline held pretty well. I think if I remember correctly, Wolfsburg probably had one good chance the whole game. One good chance. I'm not counting the Arnold chance. That's just a wonder strike. That's not really a chance. That's just a goal out of nothing. But really, even with all the pressure Wolfsburg gave to us, put us under, they only made like one clear-cut chance, which is a good sign, which is a very good sign. There were other times where they could have had more chances, but their final ball, their final pass failed them. The final touch failed them. But yeah, in the end they only created one big chance. The defense played well. And when I mean defense, mostly the center backs. Kim and De Ligt were monsters today again. Kim and Upa were monsters again today. And when De Ligt came on, De Ligt had a good performance too, reading plays, reading over the top balls, commanding the defense. Very happy with the center backs. But the second half, I mean, we just let Wolfsburg take over until the 75th, 80th minute. It was all Wolfsburg. They passed through our midfield and they kept on attacking our back line. It was all over the place. Our press was all over the place. Every time we tried to play out of the back, lost ball, misplaced pass, misplaced touch, someone holding onto the ball too long. It was not good. It really was not good. That second half was terrible up until the 80th minute. When the 80th minute hit, Bayern started to get more control. Pavlovic started to show his quality in control of the game. We created more and more chances. We probably could have scored. After the 80th minute, we had like two chances we probably could have scored upon. But yeah, Sané missed up on a big break. Muller also, before he got subbed off in the second half, had a huge chance on the breakaway, but failed his pass. He probably should have taken one more touch and shot. He would have found himself in a great position there to get a goal after his 2 great assists in the first half. But yeah, honestly, after the first half ended, I thought, man, this is a great day. This is a great performance. And it was. The first half was fantastic. Just domination. Everyone was playing well. Second half was the opposite. just there were 3 or 4 players not playing too well in the second half. Your Limers, your Limer, Davies, Guerrero, and Sane were the standout guys who weren't performing that well in the second half. But the rest of the players bucked up, and they all still worked together as a unit to save the 3 points, because Leverkusen went and won like 4-0 again today. Stuttgart went and won 3-0. So we can't slack off points. This was the last game of the calendar year though, so we go into the winter break. I think we have 3 weeks winter break until the next Bundesliga game. So 4 weeks. So we have some time until the next Bundesliga match. By the time the next Bundesliga match rolls around, the winter transfer window will be around, so we will need to make signings 100%. This squad is so thin. I know Kimmich and Goretzka are out with illness, which is why our bench was so thin. We only had Kratzig, Choupo-Moting, Tell, the young guy. I don't know. I don't remember his name. He's one of the young players from the FC Bayern 2 team. So. Yeah, I think that was one of the main issues today in this game. The Stuttgart game was great. We dominated the whole entire game. But in this game, in the second half, where we went from dominating the game in the first half to being on the back foot in the second half, this was the kind of game where we needed impact subs, but we didn't have any. All we had was like I think we only made 2 subs. I think we brought Choupo-Moting and De Ligt. De Ligt came on for Muller. Choupo-Moting came on for Musiala. If we had a Kimmich and Goretzka to at least come off the bench, I think we could have injected more energy into that midfield and taken control of the game much quicker in the second half, and not allowed Wolfsburg to put so much pressure on us. But it is what it is. We got the 3 points. We got it done. Get it done. It's good to build on good performances. It's good that this team knows how to just get it done. Because sometimes I feel like in the last 2 seasons under Nagelsmann, sometimes we did not have the get it done gene. We didn't, but today we held strong. I think Tuchel's sub of De Ligt in really helped slowly bringing control back into the game, because he realized Wolfsburg was getting chances. They were upping the pressure. They were upping the amount they were attacking. They were upping their press, their high line. And Tuchel saw that and brought De Ligt on. I think that was a great sub. Take Muller off, get De Ligt on. It was a 5 in the back formation. Bayern fans were claiming, why are we playing the 5 in the back? We're winning the game. But he saw the trend the game was going. He saw some of the players were failing him on the field and adjusted, and we went away still with the 3 points. So I was happy with that sub. So, all that's left is to get into the player ratings. Again, let me move to the side here. Let me get my fat bowling ball sized head out of the way. So let's get into these player ratings, okay? I have them written down right here. Neuer, 7 out of 10. I would have given Neuer better, but maybe he could have done better on the Arnold chance. But other times he showed some good reflexes and saves. Saved another rocket Maxi Arnold shot in the second half towards the end of the game. He was great out of the back. I think he misplaced like maybe 3 passes out of the back when he was playing along. Neuer was great today. He's, our team is much calmer in the build-up with Neuer back there. And yeah, he's slowly getting back to his very best, which is crazy to see for a guy who's 36, 37 years old, coming off a leg break in the slopes. By the way, Neuer, I know it's winter break. He is not allowed to hit the slopes. I hope the Bayern bosses have told him, you are not going to go skiing whatsoever. You stay at home and you come train every day during the winter break, 100%. I think Neuer knows that himself. He's responsible enough to know no skiing this year. Probably no skiing until you retire. Let's be real. So yeah, Neuer, 7 out of 10. Limer, 7 out of 10. He wasn't that impressive in the second half, but he was still making some good tackles, some good defensive contributions. He was keeping his position well. He wasn't losing the ball as much as Davies was in the second half. So he wasn't that bad, but his performance compared to the first half was not the same. His second half performance was a little bit iffy, getting caught out on long balls a little, but still 7 out of 10. He was good enough. Davies, on the other hand, he started the first half off sloppy, improved his first half performance improved as time went on, but man, the second half was rough for Fonzie. That second half was really rough, and I think it was a combination of him not knowing when to clear the ball, not having too many options to pass to when he would get the ball. So I do give him that. I do cut him slack there, but still bad touches, bad passes. His speed is always there to bail him out on defense. He made some good tackles. He broke away twice well in the second half, but just not good enough for Davies. That second half was really, really bad. I was pulling my hairs out in the watch along. 5 out of 10 for him. Upa and Kim, 9 out of 10. Very good. Very, very good games for them, holding it down. Actually, I forgot. Usually I don't do the subs, but I'm going to add one for Delict right now too. I think Delict was 8 out of 10 also. But yeah, Delict also 8 out of 10. I'll put that there right now. Upa and Kim, 9 out of 10. Played the whole game. Very little mistakes from them. Holding it down every time Wolfsburg got into the back line. Very happy with them. Very happy with their performances. And Delict, as I said, coming on 8 out of 10. Restored some balance into the team. Getting his first minutes since his injury. Happy for him. 8 out of 10 seems fair. He was really important into establishing control of that game and really strengthening our defense as Wolfsburg were putting on the pressure. He was really important for that. Pavlovic, 8 out of 10. First half, great. Second half, he disappeared for like maybe 10 minutes, but as Bayern grew into the second half, his quality showed. His composure under the press, his composure in tight spaces, I'm really impressed. For someone who's supposed to be a DM too, I'm really impressed. He was fouling. He was doing good tactical fouls when we needed him, when Wolfsburg was breaking. I love that shit. That stuff we don't really get since Thiago left. A guy who does smart tactical fouls when teams are breaking or when Bayern, he realizes when Bayern is in a sticky situation and he will sacrifice a foul and a potential yellow card. I love that from Pavlovic. 8 out of 10 for him. Guerrero had a decent first half. For me, second half wasn't good enough at times. 6 out of 10. I still think it's match sharpness for Guerrero. I think that's only his 5th game this season. If we keep playing him, his performances will improve. But yeah, he will come good for us. A guy who could play left back and center mid, he will come good for us. But 6 out of 10 for him. Musiala, 8 out of 10. Great headed goal. His last headed goal was actually against Wolfsburg in the 2021 season. So that's interesting. He just likes to play against Wolfsburg. He was untouchable today. His dribbling was fantastic. And those guys just cannot touch him when he's dribbling. People cannot touch this guy when he's dribbling. He's the star boy of Bayern, man. Bayern are so lucky to have this kid. Muller, 9 out of 10, 2 assists. He had a really close header that hit like the crossbar, where the crossbar and the post join. That's where his header went. It was almost a pitch perfect header. Almost a picture perfect header. But unluckily for him, it hit that part of the crossbar / post. 2 assists. He was a presence. He's showing why he deserves the contract extension. He had a good game last game against Stuttgart too. It's good to see Muller back in the team and making an impact, because that should make every Bayern fan happy and smile. It really should. It really should. Sané, unfortunately, 6 out of 10. Like, he had his moments today, but again, too many times was he making the wrong pass. Too many times was he holding onto the ball too long and being too nonchalant. His corners sucked. He messed up a couple of counterattacks. Like, he had his moments today, but the bad moments outweighed the good moments today for Sané, and I have to give him a 6 out of 10, unfortunately. Kane, 8 out of 10. You score a screamer like that, you get 8 out of 10. In the second half, he was doing, especially at the end of the second half when we're trying to close out the game, he was doing a fantastic job at wasting time in the corner. He was good in the build-up again, dropping deep and making contributions into the attack, not just being a goal scorer. We love the guy. Kane, 8 out of 10. And then Tuchel, I gave him the score last game, but I have to give Tuchel 10 out of 10. The squad is so thin right now because of injuries. Kimmich and Goretzka were out these last 2 games because of illness. Mazraoui's out for 6 weeks. Coman's out for 3-4 weeks. Gnabry's out for 3 months. That's 5 big players in the team that are out, and he has managed these last 2 games fantastically, in my opinion. He managed them really, really well. His substitution of De Ligt for Muller was great. He, like I said before, he understood the game was shifting and needed more defensive stability. How can you not give Tuchel 10 out of 10? He didn't make too many unnecessary subs. He only needed subs. I mean, he only made 1 necessary sub, and then the Choupo-Moting sub was just kind of like a time waster. So I'm really happy with Tuchel, 10 out of 10. I kind of feel bad for him because the guy was losing his mind he was losing his mind on the sideline with all the individual freaking mistakes we had. But yeah, man, Tuchel, 10 out of 10. We end the calendar year off with a win. And yeah, we're gonna head into the winter transfer window. I'm probably gonna make some videos in the winter transfer window on certain players I want to see, but yeah, I think we can't really complain. We got another 3 points. We have a game in hand on Leverkusen. If we win that, I think we're within 1 point on Leverkusen if we win our game in hand. So, or 2 points, 1 point or 2 points. But yeah, it's good we keep winning. Winter transfer window is going to be key. It's coming up in a couple weeks. And yeah, guys, if you made this far, like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see my ugly face more. I'll keep saying it. My shit is so ugly. Like, my hair is so messy today too. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. But yeah, guys, peace. Thanks for watching. Like that vid. Subscribe to me because my channel is still very, very lonely. Yeah. Later.